What's up, VC? This is Brad from H2Vinyl doing another vinyl finds video. This one for August and September. I know I said that I was going to keep these months separate, but I didn't buy that much in September. Bought quite a bit in August though. Yeah, I've got like 24, 25 albums with 16 needle drops. Sounds a lot like the last video, doesn't it? So let's get into it real quick. I'm trying to cut this video in half. We'll see if I can do that. Last video was like an hour long. Last Vinyl Finds was an hour long. We're gonna try and go a lot quicker in this one. So middle of August, around August 15th to 14th, something like that, made my way into one of my favorite stores, Park Ave CD, and found this album in the used bin, and actually don't have a copy of this album. This would be surprising to some. I don't have a copy of it on CD or in vinyl, and this is the second album of Portishead, labeled Portishead. I always want to call this Cowboys, but that's the first track on side one. Portishead, second album, and released in 1997. Great album. If you don't know Portishead, trip hop, electronic, got those hip hop elements in there as well with scratching and whatnot. The haunting vocals of Beth, so good. I gonna do a needle drop on this one, and this the needle drop is Humming. Love that song. Here is Portishead, Humming.
Been
22 years after listening to Portishead, and finally have that album in my collection. Next up, same day, still at Park Ave, and I actually don't have a copy of this one either. I think I ripped the copy of my friend's CD back in the 90s. Not really ripped, made a dub of it or something, I don't know. And this is Paul's Boutique, Beastie Boys. Again, wait, second album? Third album? Second album. Yeah, second album. That's what I thought. 1989. Yeah, 1989. This is the 2009 reissue, and might I add, they did a tremendous job in making this. The everything is stellar. The package is stellar. The pressing is stellar. Let's see, it doesn't say, yeah, no, they used RTI in California. Man, blown away by this album. Absolutely incredible. So, yeah, Paul's Boutique, Beastie Boys. And found a test press. Yeah, I don't find very many test pressings at all. But when I do, I try and pick them up. And this is test pressed at Rainbow Records. Not the greatest, but anyway, this is, the customer is Cheetah Records. April 22nd, 1992. And Cheetah Records is best known for DJ Magic Mike. This song is Classes in Session, which I had never heard. 1992, I was still listening to Magic Mike, but I don't know this song. Anyway, really kind of cool to pick that up. And yeah, cool. Then the next one is, yeah, here we go. I've been seeing this on several people's channels. Jeff Kempen, you touted this album, said that I think you just flipped it over and listened to it again, and then again, and then again. You know, That might not be true, I don't know. But this is the first album I have by them as well, and this is the Raconteurs. Help a Stranger, that's it. Such a good album, wow. I listened to this on Spotify before, and wow, Jack White, greatness. Do a needle drop on this one. This was released this year. It's a brand new album. Got it for under 20 bucks, which brand new albums, really glad to see, the price of some of the stuff coming down. The needle drop that I do is Prayers and Thoughts. I believe that's the name of it. Prayers and Thoughts. Yeah, Thoughts and Prayers. Yeah. One thing that I like about sometimes music surprises you. And Thoughts and Prayers, what I love about it so much is that just out of nowhere, this kind of blues violin comes in. I'm a sucker for blues violin when it's just one or two, and it's just softly comes in and then makes its presence known. I don't like 20 violins, in my rock. But, it's kind of like the same as a blues or a jazz organ. Man, I just love that stuff. And Thoughts and Prayers has that. So here is that song, Thoughts and Prayers, by the Raconteurs.
Sometimes he stays awake for days. He's doing it his own way.
So this next album, I've shown the single on my channel, and just happened to think of it, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna give that whole album a try. And so I went on Amazon to take a look, and I put it in my cart, and I was ready for checkout, and they said that it was going to take 2 months to deliver it to me. 2 months to deliver? I went on Discogs and found it. I got it that week. So this is Danger Mouse and Karen O. Lux Prima is the name of the album, and also name of the single that I played earlier. Man, so it's kind of a little trip hoppy, electronic. Got some pop synth in there as well. Kind of airy type of music. But I really like Karen O's voice. Really great album. And I'm saying really a lot. Really. Come on, Brad. Really? 2019 album again. Yeah, I played the song Ministry off this. And here is Ministry by Karen O and Danger Mouse. Yet another brand new album released in 2019, and this artist I learned from Andrew, Tales from the Crate, and this is Ty Segall's 12th album? Yeah, 12th album, First Taste. You don't know, garage rock, a little bit of psych rock in there as well. Yeah, really love Ty Segall. Andrew says he's a really great guy. Met him a few times, he says. Just was really easy to talk with, and who doesn't like that? You know, who doesn't like the rock stars? You know, easy to talk with, as I've talked with many of them. I haven't. The song that I play on this, oh gosh, I'm trying to remember. I did these needle drops a few days ago. I Sing Them? I think it's I Sing Them. Yeah, I Sing Them. That is the title of the song, and here it is. So the date is August 24th. Met up with Tim, DJ High Noon, and Wes, Supra Wes. I always sound like I say Super Wes. It's Supra, like the car. Supra. I think I've been saying Supra this entire time, but as I edit, it sounds like Supra. Anyway, met up with them, hit up a few record stores. Reruns, which is a new one to us. Then Foundation, and then Park Ave CD as well. I go to Park Ave like 50 times a month. Exaggerating, but not really. So the next album that I picked up with those guys is an album that I've been seeing in the VC quite a bit lately. I know Jeff, you showed this, and then Eric Weinbender, you showed this as well. Made me just want to have it more, both of you. And this is Psychedelic Shack by The Temptations. Really, I don't look at all this stuff beforehand. 1970 album, and yeah, I don't say what number of album this is. Weird. Anyway, on the Gordy label. Wow. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. And you can laugh at me at this one. There's a very popular song on this album, and I had known that song for a long time, but never knew who sang it. And I thought it was War. I thought War was sung by War. Nope, The Temptations. I will be playing Psychedelic Shack. Don't get very deep on this one, deep cut on this one. My favorite song, Psychedelic Shack. This next one was a recommendation by Tim. Debut album, Power of Zeus, 1970 album. The Gospel According to Zeus is the name of the album. Psychedelic, garage rock, classic rock, hard rock, blues rock. I don't really have any garage rock. I don't know why I said that. On the Rare Earth label. Found this at Reruns, the new store for all of us. And Wes said that he found this at a Goodwill, like an original at a Goodwill, for like 20 cents. This is a reissue. Originally I said 1970, but this is, no info on the pressing year. Don't know. It's released on 180 gram vinyl though, as the sticker says there. And what song do I play? I play It Couldn't Be Me. Man, I love that song. And that chorus gets stuck in my head. It doesn't help that they repeat it like 50,000 times. But man, Tim, you made a great recommendation with this. I love this album, and definitely will be looking for more Power of Zeus. Great name. I like the title of this too. The album, The Gospel According to Zeus. So here is It Couldn't Be Me by Power of Zeus. still at the Rerun store, and this next one I've been kind of rediscovering every now and then. And this is the band Nectar. Down to Earth is the title of the album, released in 1975. I believe this is an original. Got it for $2. It was one of those, I probably spent, this, you could probably find this for $1, but I found it for $2. Okay. Psych rock, prog rock. Didn't know this album at all. I think I learned about Nectar from either Mr. Hall of Fame or Ron Haggerty, maybe, I don't know. Like this, it's good. It's not as strong as the other album, which I forget the title of. Still nice to have. The record was kind of in very good condition, not the greatest, and then the cover is in like good plus condition. So it was probably rightfully $2, but it's good to have in the collection. And if you haven't heard Nectar, we're gonna play Nelly the Elephant, by far my favorite song on this album. And here is Nelly the Elephant by Nectar. After Rerun, we hit up Foundation, which is one of Tim and my favorite stores. Know those guys pretty well, and had to pick this up. I won't be doing a needle drop on this because my video will be taken down. But this, you pick this stuff up when Tim highly recommends this stuff, and this is Jimi Hendrix, 1970 album, The Cry of Love. Great stuff. I don't have a whole lot of Hendrix in my collection, and so like when I say, when Tim says, pick this up, it's great. Yeah, it is. And this vinyl, I don't have a label on it yet. Just haven't stuck it there. I've listened to it, but really good. As far as I remember, this was like a very good plus, maybe very good. So really good to have this. Next one up, group that I don't have anything of, but I've heard of them, and this is Uriah Heep, The Magician's Birthday. 1972 album. It's prog rock, hard rock, and metal as well, maybe. That's what Discogs has. I don't really see that, but their fifth album. It's on the Mercury label. The label, I don't know if you can see it, but it's bubbling, like the glue is coming up off of side 1. Side 2 is fine. Side 1, not so much. I will be playing, I don't remember what I'm going to be playing. Sunrise? I have a cheat sheet over here. Blind Eye, that's the name. And that is on side 1, so you'll probably get a pretty good look at the bubbling of the label. But here is Blind Eye by Uriah Heep.
Stranger than the sunrise, darker than the night, fiercer than a rainstorm. This is man's delight.
The next one up that I got at Foundation, this is Sly and the Family Stone. This album is called Stand! Exclamation point. I remember this being featured on Andrew's channel. I don't think this was a part of your top 100, but I remember writing down I needed to check this out. And so when I finally found it, I picked it up. One thing that I didn't realize would be how many samples and breaks I have heard from this. Hip hop takes from this. I couldn't name the references fast enough. Like I would hear the break and I'm like, I know where that's from. That's from, and then another one would happen, and I'm like, wait, that one. And then another one would happen. I'm like, wait, what? I gotta pause this. There's no pause button. It's crazy. Really great album. This record is in horrible condition. Scratch all the way through the first half of the first side. Thud, thud, thud. Yeah, not good. I didn't do very good at looking at albums before I bought them on this trip, but we'll definitely be finding a placeholder copy or this is a placeholder. Definitely be finding another one for this. Really, really love this album. Really, really great recommend from Andrew. Thanks, man. Next one up. Again, at Foundation, I will be doing a needle drop on this one, and this is Lord Such and Heavy Friends. Look at that list right there. How can you pass that up? Actually, I think I did pass this up. I think I saw this one with Billy Hurst, and I didn't pick it up for some reason. Kind of crazy. This is excellent. Super, super good. One thing I might note, this is on the Coalition label. I believe that's how you pronounce it. One thing I will mention is the, as you can see, side 2 has side 1 songs on it. So this wasn't mentioned in Discogs. And so this is a misprint, but there are no misprints labeled in Discogs. Probably should do my due diligence and create one. Well, I don't want to do that. 1970, getting into garage rock and then classic rock as well. Yeah, I mean, this has Jimmy Page on it, Jeff Beck on it. I mean, you saw the list. So good. Everything is good. I'm trying to remember what song. Is it 'Cause I Love You? I think that's it. Yeah. Song I played. The last one that I picked up at Foundation and Jeff, this is in your top 100. I'm not sure where it is exactly in your top 100, but I know it's there. This is The Replacements' 5th album, Pleased to Meet Me. 1987 release. I believe this is an original on Sire label. This is my second vinyl of The Replacements and my 3rd album. I have 1 CD. I think I have Tim on CD as I was kind of exploring it, and then the other one was winnings from Andrew's contest last year. Yeah, last year. Boy, that seems so long ago, but yet it seems like yesterday. Man, I'm really beginning to really like The Replacements. Indie rock, post-punk, great stuff. And the song that I play on this is I Don't Know. No, that's the name of the song, I Don't Know. And here it is, by The Replacements. So from Foundation, we went over to Park Ave, and one of the first albums, I believe this was a Tim recommend as well. Tim's been recommending a lot of great psych to me, and this is Fever Tree's 1968 album, Fever Tree, their debut, on the UNI, how do you pronounce this? I love this label, by the way. Such a trippy label. Psych rock. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. Thanks, Morford, there you go, Morford, to give me your, yeah, thanks for selling it to me, dude. That's for Eric. Great. Yeah, I really enjoyed this album. Where Do You Go is what I'll be playing. Half these tracks I've got underlined, which means they're like my absolute favorites on the album, and a majority of them I have listed. So this is a really, really great album. I've only listened to it a couple of times. Definitely dares to be listened to more. But like I said, Where Do You Go is what needle drop I play. So let's get into it.
What do you see? What do you find? What's in your mind when the lights go out? Night after night, your empty kiss. Night after night, it goes on like this. So, where do you go? Where do you go? Where do you go when the lights go
The next album that I picked up is a brand new album. 2016 is when it was released, and this kind of finishes out. Now, don't get too excited. They only have 2 albums, and an EP. So technically, I don't have the EP, but this is the Claypool Lennon Delirium, their debut album on gold vinyl. Check this out. Apparently, United Pressings doesn't know how to make gold vinyl at this point. It's kind of a sunburst orange, which I actually really prefer that over gold. Unless this is one of those blue, like white gold dresses type things. Some of you see gold, some of you see sunburst yellow, maybe. What can I say? This is a United Pressing. In that case, get the CD. I am actually very tired of supporting bad quality pressings from United, and I'm really going to look at Discog reviews of pressings before I buy anything from them. I played my last finds video. I played a song off of their album, so I'm not going to do that on this one. Plus, the quality is just not there. Their second album is great. I was like, there were some complaints, but I didn't notice any on my album. The split vinyl had like some noise on, I think, the purple portion of it. I don't know. Never thought I'd be saying that sentence in my life. But anyway, didn't like this much as their second album as well. But still glad to have it in the collection, and would hope that they someday would repress it on a quality pressing. Next one up is a Vinyl Me Please find at Park Ave. So this is used bin. I think I got this for like $10 or something, which, I mean, Vinyl Me Please charges 27 or 30, something like that. And this is Too Bad Jim, R.L. Burnside, blues artist, electric blues, Chicago blues, maybe? I don't have one of my stickers on this too. I've been lazy. how difficult is it to put a sticker down? Apparently difficult for me. 1994 album, and really quite like this. This is my second Burnside album. Well, third if you consider his son, but R.L. Burnside. Song I'll be playing off of this is Fireman Ring the Bell. Loved that track. Very fast-paced. Love it. The last album that I picked up for that day, and the video ain't over, people. Got plenty more after this. I guess unless you quit playing the video. Please don't quit. Please don't quit. There's a group that I don't think I've heard of before this record. Maybe I played one of their albums, but I never played this album on Spotify or anything. And this is the Black Keys, their 2010 album. Just gonna call it Brothers because this portion of the title is silly. Like I said, 2010, sixth album. Kind of learned of the Black Keys from two people. Andrew compares other groups often to the Black Keys, but I don't think he's ever played the Black Keys on his channel. Then Brandon, Vinyl in My Veins, who, by the way, needs to make another video. I learned so much from you, man. Showed one of his, not this album, but another album, and it was a blue, red, and white cover, and I was like, ooh, pretty. I think that was the album that I actually listened to on Spotify and really liked the Black Keys. If you don't know Black Keys, indie rock, a little bit of blues rock in there, but mostly indie rock. Wes said that this was his first Black Keys album that he picked up as well. Yeah, we got that in common because this is my first really introduction vinyl-wise to the Black Keys. The song that I play on this album, or off of this album, I don't play a song on this album. That'd be kind of cool. I'd be probably making more money than I do now. Anyway, didn't go very deep on this album, and that is Next Girl, which is pretty much a hit. I'm pretty sure. It sounds like a hit. Anyway, the Next Girl by the Black Keys. Here it is.
Beautiful face. I wanted love, but not for myself, but for the girl, so she could love herself. Oh my.
So we have 7 albums left in this video, and this video is going long. I can feel it. I can just feel it. I'm not doing this as quickly as I wanted to, but recommends from Andrew. This is a part of history that I was really glad to add to the collection, and I had to actually special order this from Park Ave. Picked it up just before Hurricane Dorian didn't show up. Picked this up August 30th. I ordered it middle of August, so it took a couple of weeks to get to me. But this is from Third Man Records. Blues. Didn't do a whole lot of blues in this video, but picked up the Ann Arbor Blues Festival 1969. Technically, one of these songs was made in 1970, but this is volume 1, and then I picked up volume 2 as well. Tremendous. Andrew showed this. Steve Carlson showed these. He had the complete box set, which is awesome. Check out Steve Carlson's video. It's crazy on the amount of stuff that they put in that box set. Ann Arbor, Michigan, University of Michigan, Detroit. So right where Jack White is from. Jack West is one of my friends. Jack White is from, and yeah, killer stuff. I don't remember the needle drop that Andrew played. I think it was Magic Sam. That song on Volume 2 came highly recommended. I will not play that one because that was, I think, one that he played. The one that I play is Mama Thornton, Ball and Chain. The next two pickups, just going to quickly mention. So I'm a big fan of Queens of the Stone Age, and my favorite album by them is Like Clockwork. And since it's quite possibly my absolute favorite album of all time, there are several variations of it, and so I am now complete in picking all four of them up. And this is the 2018. A very limited release of 750 that was only released in Boston at Newberry Comics. I'm not going to do a needle drop on these, just going to mention these real quick. One thing I might add is United Pressings. You suck. I'm going to call you ERP from now on. United Record Pressings, your name is ERP. I grabbed some footage of how bad this album has an off-center spindle, and it changes the pitch so bad that some of these songs I can barely even recognize. You suck, ERP. Glad to have this in my collection. Next one is the European pressing of this, done by MPO, France. MPO, you're awesome. Thank you. This is a phenomenal album. It has the obvious color change. There's another version where it's completely blacked out. So the vampire hugging the girl is also completely blacked out as well. Everything is blacked out. I like the fact that this one has a blue slash and red background, but this one has a blue background with red slash. I actually thought that her tears were red as well, which would have been a little eerie, but no, still the same blue. So also thought that the label would be different, where they would change the colors on the labels. No, they didn't. What can I say? This I have only seen for sale on Discogs. Both of these were Discog pickups. Only saw these for sale in the Spain region. So I want to say that these were pressed just for Spain. Might be talking on my butt on that one, but found a US seller. This was in perfect condition. Was opened, so it wasn't sealed, but still very, very great condition. It probably was only played a couple of times, so really glad to have this one in the collection as well. Another one that I'll mention, because I do have a bootleg of this, but this is the official release, and this is one of my favorite video games soundtracks, one of my favorite video games as well. Metal Gear Solid, pressed by, I don't know where it's pressed by, and another one that doesn't have the little label. I think it's pressed by H2Vinyl or GZ Media, released by Mondo. It's got kind of the Obi, the fake Obi sticker on there. It says that it's, well, it is. It's like a very dark, smoky green. Really great. It's great pressing, very quiet. And like I said, I love that soundtrack. The last two albums, we'll be doing a needle drop on both of these. I think I'll mention them both and then close out the video after both of those needle drops. And this is one of my favorite new psych garage. They change up their style as many albums as they actually have. And this is their 15th album. Pretty sure that's 15th. I'm not gonna look. And this is Infest the Rat's Nest by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Bought this from their website, Flightless Records. Was shipped from Aussie Australia. And it is on kind of this green, splatter green vinyl. This is thrash. This is kind of their only, their only album of thrash, and it's absolutely incredible. Yeah, they did a really, really good job with this. I like it. Thrash is not normally my thing, but yeah, really, really cool to have this. I want to say this is, limited to 2,000 pressings. They do have plenty of black vinyl pressings available. This is kind of up there in cash as well. It came in this limited edition, just this bag that came in and whatnot. Is kind of fun. But I'll be playing the song Superbug off of this, but then I'll also show the next King Gizzard album. This is their 10th album. Also bought this off Flightless. I was just like, oh, I don't have this album. I actually only heard half of this album because, well, that's all that's there on Spotify. And this is Murder of the Universe. This is, like I said, 15th album, released in 2017. So yeah, they released like 5 albums in a year and a half. Kind of crazy. This has thrash elements as well, but there's a good amount of psych in there, and there is some kind of electronic in there as well. I'm trying to remember what song I play. I play it off of side 1, and I think it's Altered Beast, not the video game, Altered Beast number 2. Yeah, so here are both of those needle drops by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Just as sweet bitters me. Come closer and drink malevolence from my tea.
Everyone, thanks for hanging in till the end on another long video. I'm hoping that this video is 20 minutes shorter than my last vinyl finds, but who knows? Who knows? Tim, as always, it's great meeting up with you. We do it fairly regularly, but not often enough. And so look forward to meeting up with you again here in Orlando, going to more record stores, maybe ones that we haven't been to, which would be fun. In Wes, still plan on meeting up with you in October on the 6th. For Gainesville Record Fair. I believe that's what it's called, the Record Fair. Look forward to seeing you there. meeting up with you. I'll get in contact with you before then, of course. So everyone, hope you're doing well, listening to great vinyl. Take care, everyone, and we will talk with you next time. Take care.